Hey, just wanted to show all of my air fryer lovers and owners a little bit about your air fryer. Of course, I recommend that you read the manual that comes with it. You get the little recipe book and you also get the user's manual. Be sure you read that. If you haven't already joined the Facebook group that's for Pampered Chef Air Fryer, Deluxe Air Fryers, for for the community, for anybody, do that. And also, if you do join that, know how to use the search function, because there's a lot of crazy stuff that's posted in there, a lot of repetitive stuff. But if you know how to search on Facebook, you can go in that group, put in a little search thing, specific recipes, problems with the lights, problems with that. But I'm just going to show you the basics as you get started with your air fryer and continue to use it, and hope that you love it as much as I do. So starting with, when you plug it in, let me get this plugged in. You have to unplug it. It will it just flashes. That will not go off. You just have to unplug it in between uses. So get used to that, okay? Unless you don't care about it flashing, then go for it. We recommend definitely do not use an extension cord. You want it plugged directly into your wall outlet, so make sure you know that. Let me see, a couple other things, just the basics starting out. Okay, so when you have the air fryer function. It's automatically preset for 25 minutes, but you can always change it. Let me get back to air fryer. And it's 400 degrees. So at 400 degrees, that's air fry. If you go to bake, that takes it says 15 minutes, 350. Roast is 375, 10 minutes. And then, of course, you have the rotisserie function. And when you use the rotisserie function, it will rotate. And when you turn it on, you see this little, well, it's not showing the rotate. If you hit the rotate button, it also shows that. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. I just wanted to, and you hear that fan start up. Okay, so the fan runs no matter what function you use. And then, of course, you have reheat, and that's at 350, and that's preset for 5 minutes. And then you have dehydrate, and that is set for 130. The fan turned down, it doesn't run as hot. And when it says 4, that's 4 minutes, that's 4 hours. It's hours is what it runs on the dehydrate. And actually the fan doesn't even run in the dehydrate mode, because it runs for hours. It usually takes 4, 5, 6 hours to dehydrate jerky, fruit, vegetables, herbs, anything you want to dehydrate. So lots of different things. I've used them all. But just know that using the different functions doesn't change anything other than the temperature. That's all it is. It still runs the same. It's an air fryer. The fan is on the top and it runs down. So know that. There's also the custom function. So you can set the timer for whatever you want. You hit that button. You set the temperature for whatever you want. And you hit that button and it starts. Okay? The light, let me cancel. Takes a few minutes or a few seconds for the fan to kick back off, because once it starts, it just runs until it cools back down. So it's just kind of does that. Only way you can get that fan to quit immediately is to unplug it, which I just did. Okay? The light does not stay on. It does when you first open it. The light is on. And when you close it to cook, it stays on just for maybe about 20 seconds. And then it kicks off. So if you want to see your food while it's in there, you have to hit the light button on. It won't stay on. So know that. Okay, let's get into it a little bit further. And you have... this already got warm that little bit. Okay, so you actually can get 2 of these. These are the trays that you're going to cook your food on, okay? And you also get this little thing that looks like a tray, but it has this little ridge here. This is actually to put up at the top to protect the fan, to kind of keep the grease and as much as it can with that being like that. But it's more of a protection thing, and it's a cover for the fan. So you definitely don't want to cook on this. You get 2 of these. My other one's in the dishwasher right now. And you get one of the trays, which is dirty, but I'm getting ready to clean. That's my next thing to show you. You get one of these. You can order replacement parts if you want to have another one of these on hand, or these. These are dishwasher safe. This is not. Wash that by hand, okay? So those are the few things I wanted to share with you. I've had people complain about, I'm seeing people, not my customers, but because I hope I let you all know, but how to clean these. If you're doing something like chicken wings, and I use these all the time. I did chicken wings in them yesterday. Look at it. It looks clean. So you want to, we do recommend spraying with oil. Not Pam, not the kind pre-bought kind, because that has all those additives. You can either brush it with your own oil, take a paper towel and brush over it. Of course, we have the kitchen spritzer that you pump. You have your own oil in, so no additives. So you pump it to get it going, and you spray. And that will help the food release whenever you're using this. Another option, let me grab this real quick, is you can purchase, if you want, I got mine on Amazon. And these are these little parchment paper sheets that has holes in them. So they're designed for the air fryer. Doesn't fit on there perfectly, but it's close enough. So they're designed so the air flows. That's how an air fryer works. The air flows and gets the heat. Think about if you have a convection oven. That's basically what this is. It's a convection oven. So it just circulates and it cooks from the top. There's no heat element down here. It doesn't get excessively hot when you are cooking, so you don't have to worry about that. It doesn't like hurt your counters. I've seen people like, oh, I need to move this and put this up on something. You don't. It's okay. But those are the basics I wanted to show you. We're going to clean this today because I need it, and I'm going to be ashamed to even show you what this looks like, but I am anyway. So I don't know. Let me see if I can get the camera a little closer here. And bear with me. I'm going to try to move this down so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Okay, this is my door. It is a little greasy, but I'm going to take the door off, and you can do that by pushing in on these little buttons, and it releases them. See how when I push those in, those go in, and they go right back in place there. So I'm going to wash this separately. If you are worried about different things, you can actually, I've seen people take these off. Don't take your door off. Please don't do that. But you can actually run water through, because if you can see, sometimes grease will drip in there, and you can actually run water through and just shake it out good. I wouldn't submerge it, but I can rinse it, and it's greasy. So I'm going to set that aside and do that last. Now, let's look here. Again, ashamed to even show you. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this. Right the bottom of my, look at that. Can you see that? Oh my gosh, that's awful. But that's where I use it so much, and I cook a lot with it. So it definitely needs a good scrubbing. Oh yes. I should have looked at it before I decided to show you all today, but that's okay. That's what we're all here for. We're friends showing each other. Okay, couple different things you can use. I love these Norwex, and I'm going to open up a new one. These are those Sperry sponges. Those are perfect for doing the trays because it doesn't get in there, but also perfect for digging this. Another thing I recommend that I got from the thing is the Dawn Power Wash. So I am actually going to spray the inside of this good. And I know, ooh, that's strong. Okay. And we're going to dig in there and clean. So I'm not going to hold you all up here very long, but I just kind of wanted to show you, oopsie, if I can do this with the camera and show you what I'm doing here. I'm just going to get in there and start scrubbing. Get all my sides done. Get that little speary sponge is getting that nice and clean. It's got a lot of power. Now when it comes to this up here, I'm not going to be able to really let me turn that water off, get underneath there, because you cannot remove that. Let me see. You cannot remove that. I can't get far enough away to show you, but you can just kind of work around it. We sell these dual cleaning brushes that I really, really recommend, because you can kind of get in there and scrub as much as you want and get all the little nooks and crannies, get all this clean, and then rinse it out and scrub that good. But do not try to remove your fan. Just try to work around it as hard as you want. I'm getting some of this with this dual side cleaning brush. You can see where I'm scraping that off around the edges. But it's fine. It won't, you don't have to have it spotless. It's not going to be. Just get used to that. So depending upon how much elbow grease you put into that. I'm not going to go any further right now and on this video. I'm going to come back to it. But again, I want to show you the same thing with this. So I'm just going to spray it with that power wash. Get my speary sponge. Clean. Get all around the edges where I've got, I did steaks in these. I'm telling you, I in a million years would have never guessed. Let me move this back out of the way so we can see each other. I would never in a million years have guessed how wonderful steaks are in the air fryer. Amazing. So back to my little brush to get in all the little nooks and crannies. Okay. Think I about got all that. Get on the inside and around here. So another tip that I have, let me get this rinsed off here, and I am going to let this drain and all that water drip out of there, because it does get in there. But another little tip, whenever you take this back, and I'm not going to hook it all the way completely right now until I'm ready, but whenever you pull your food out, if you're doing bacon and it's on one of these racks, it's going to drip. So I like to I either use paper plates like this and just kind of set it there so it drips, or I have started just using a tray. This is an old one, so it looks kind of nasty, but I throw it on there, pull my tray out, say it's in there, I pull my tray out with the food on it, and just set it on there. I like to use either my tongs or my toaster tongs just to reach in and pull that out. It does get hot, so you want to use an oven mitt if you want something like that. But another little tip, just how do you keep the grease from dripping on there? You want to do that. Okay, so hopefully this will help you. The main thing I wanted you to know is about how the door comes off, how it's okay. I mean, it'll have some water streaks in there, but it's still okay. So I'm going to set that over to drain. I'm going to really work on this. Scrubbing these easy with the speary sponge or whatever else you want to use. And I love putting them in the dishwasher because they really do come out rusty. Of course, this, one more time, hand wash. Do not want that in the dishwasher. I don't know why, but that's what they say. And if you read your instructions, you'll know that. So, get that good and hand wash there. Rinse. Set it up to drain. We're ready for the next one. And now I'm going to focus on getting the inside of that clean so that I'll be ready to get it all dirty again. Okay? So I hope that helps you a little bit. Like I said, the main thing is to know that the light doesn't stay on. The light does blink up here, the little dashes, if it's plugged in, so you can't leave it plugged in. Don't plug it into an outlet. I mean, have it in an outlet, but not an extension cord. The temperatures are just that. They're just temperatures. You can adjust them however you want. You can set your time for however you want. It's just kind of like for example, the steaks, depending upon how well you like your steak. But burgers, I just take burgers in there. I usually do about 8 minutes. I flip them over. That's another thing. I really recommend flipping your meats because, again, that is cooking from the top down. If you're cooking on 2 trays, it'll beep halfway through, whatever you set the time for. It'll beep, and then you want to flip your trays and maybe turn your food over. So keep that in mind. Another good reason to have that tray or paper plate there to catch all the grease drippings and stuff. So just have some fun, play with it. Call me if you have any questions. I'm here for you. Let me know what you fix on it. What's your favorite thing about it? Whether you're getting something frozen out of the refrigerator or doing some fresh veggies. I love asparagus in this. It's great. Like I said, the steaks. I did chicken wings yesterday. They were amazing. Just lots of different things you can do. So have fun. Thanks a lot.